Hey Evan, so I'm just holding my phone in my hand. I wanted to walk you through what this would look like, right? So you'll download the app, whether you have an iPhone or an Android. You'll click on the app, and as a coach, the first thing you're going to see is a list of your clients, okay? And so what you can do is you can search for them, you can scroll through them. If I click on one, let's take Jen as an example, I'm able to view Jen's calendar. So this will look just like Jen's account looks, right? But she's able to click to any time on her calendar there's a session, and that'll be denoted by this little dot. If I were to click in to a session, and I'll scroll back to do something maybe in the past. Let's go to the 14th as an example, right? I can see exactly what I'm supposed to do, right? Here's kind of a summary, and this should look really similar to what we programmed, right? And then what Jen can do is she can actually click into the session. Okay, the first thing she'll see, I'll scroll back, is she completed it already. That's why we skipped over it. But there's like a readiness questionnaire. How'd you sleep? What's your mood? How's your energy, your stress, your soreness, right? And so coaches will see that. But then she goes into, and if you look up top, there's a summary, and she can just scroll by taking her finger and swiping from right to left through the sections, right? So we talked about block A, right? And that here's an example of a circuit that's just text. You can see why listing this off as like A1, A2, A3 would be cumbersome, but just showing it is awesome, right? So she can just simply mark it as completed. Because this session was on a different day, we asked her, hey, do you want to move this to today? In this case, no, right? And then she's able to kind of scroll across to the next section. Now what you'll notice is in block B, because this is something that's prescribing specific sets of reps, I can actually click in here and say, hey, on the first set I hit 7 reps and I used 225 pounds, right? Or whatever that number is, right? And then I'm on to the next set, 8 reps at 45 and 7 reps at 55 and so on and so forth. And there's some really quick things I can do like autofill that automatically sets things up. Or anyways, I can add sets as an athlete. I can see what I did last time, right? There's some things nestled here in the menu as well. So if I click these 3 dots, something I can do is like swap an exercise out if I couldn't front squat for some reason. And the beauty is, keep in mind, we're on Jen's account as a coach. So if the coach is logging for Jen and realizes that Jen can't front squat today, they might hit swap exercise and take the front squat out and say, you know what, we're actually going to back squat instead. And I can click on that. Let's swap it. And so all we're doing is saying, hey, we were going to front squat, we didn't, we're back squatting. And I can now log a back squat. Okay, so there's quite a bit that both the athlete and the coach can do, but you can make sure you're able to manipulate that. And then I'm just kind of scanning across from right to left. So if I needed to add a set, remove a set, right? If I go back by clicking in the top left, I can also scroll down and actually just add an exercise. As a coach, I realized, you know what, hey, I'm going to add in some work for you to do. We ran out of time, but I want you to work on some mobility or just some movement. I can go and add an exercise. So there's a little bit of manipulation that the coach can do from their phone. Again, everything you're looking at here, the athlete has full control over as well. But let's say I'm training Jen, and now Jen's out. I've got a new client in. I'm just clicking in the top left. I get my client list again, right? And I'm working on Raymond, right? So I can go into Raymond's session. I'm going to quickly click in the top left, and I'm going to search for Jen again. And the reason I want to do that is I want to show you as a coach, rather than programming, you might just follow up with folks. And so from the coach's end, they'll get notifications, and you'll see that actually showing up here. There's 53 notifications, right? But you can click on any green labeled section, means it's done. And so Jen completed 8 to 9 blocks. Her readiness was 4. It took her 74 minutes. She said it was like quite hard. And then the coach could actually go through this and see what's going on. So hey, she didn't do a half a Turkish get up, she did a full. Or you can get kind of summary data. But if I click into this as a coach, I can actually see all the specifics, right? You've got notes, so they can stay connected with that athlete using their phone. Again, if I click in the top left, I'm actually going to click on the message boards. And this is another tool to keep the coaches connected. But if I click on this drop down, I can decide who I want to message, right? I've got a list of all my clients, and if I click on one, I can actually then just have a specific conversation with that person, right? So just a way for coaches, again, they're able to do this stuff all from the desktop, but in real time as things happen, they'll want to use their phone. So the athlete experience will look just like this. Coaches just have this extra option to click toggle to somebody else, and then they've got full control over that profile. So I hope this helps. Sorry we weren't able to do this on our call, but let me know which questions you have on this. Thanks.